I think public spaces are becoming more and more important. We are realizing that the city cannot be only the inside and the place inside. No? And more, it's very necessary to have outside spaces where people can meet, and also where people can kind of how do you say, forget or relax or have the space for their own inside. So I see this transformation happening. Most cities are getting this consciousness of the necessity of good public spaces, and I see a lot of cities making very positive transformations in this sense. Well, when we do a project, we start usually from people or from how the piece of land, the piece of city that we are working with has been inhabited and transformed by people, because history is usually also mainly a history of people, especially in cities. And it's important to try to dedicate your efforts in order to make people more happy. So in a way, Santa Caterina was very much about that. It was a transformation of a piece of city which was in a very big decay. So working in order to make the city become open, secure, easy to use was a very big effort. And I think it's working. You know, I walk there every day because I'm one of the neighbors. So I'm happy. I'm happy to see that now there is more harmony and more possibility to stay outside. In Hamburg, we are doing similar things. This is Germany. It's another place, another climate, but also we are trying to provide a space which was a harbor space for people. And I think also it starts to work very, very well. So now we're trying in China. Let's see what's happening. In China, we are still experimenting, let's say, because we started our relationship with China with the Expo Shanghai, which was in 2010. So it's only 4 years ago. It's a very recent working relationship. We are now in the project phase, and it's really important to see clients wishing to have, for example, buildings which are mingling with public spaces, which is something which in China is not very traditional, and you notice when you meet in China, you meet in the insides, you meet in the hotel, in the restaurants, and usually you don't know where you are. So this idea of making the public space become something important is new, but in the same time, the people is always using the street as something which belongs to them. So it's a question of finding the right moment to meet.